So what is up, everyone? Today is Tuesday, January 13th. I will be trading the Nasdaq like I always do. So I'm coming to this session with a bullish bias, at least so far. I feel like starting on the daily, I feel like yesterday, right? Like we came down really far. We put in an SMT with like Friday's low. So like ES swept it, NQ never did, and we reacted very strongly off of it. Like we ended up taking out previous day high after that. So honestly, I feel like the draw is like there's these relative equal highs up here. Like there's just all these stacked daily highs that came really close, and right next to it is like an unfilled daily fair value gap. So honestly, I feel like the main draw that I'm looking to see get hit today is honestly this unfilled daily fair value gap up here. So I feel like right now we're kind of starting to get momentum going toward it. And honestly, with CPI coming out today, because we did have CPI come out earlier this morning, I'm assuming we had like a bullish release, because I mean, like, you can see like once CPI dropped, we pretty much just spiked up. So the thing is, at this point, we're now trading into, we created a 15-minute gap after this news release came out. So the thing is, like, I would prefer if we could come down and take out this data low on either NQ or ES. Like, only one of them really has to do it, because like that would be more ideal for me. But it is possible we could start reacting on this 15-minute. But I mean, I just gotta see what point we get like a rejection. I'm probably not gonna get an entry out of this 15-minute though. I feel like structure doesn't look that clean, but we'll see how it goes. Samuel says, good morning, Tim. Good morning, Samuel. How are you? Said hello, glad to see you. Glad to see you as well. Good morning. Joey said, morning, dude. Good luck today. Thank you. Good luck to you as well. And good morning, Joey. What's up, Johnny? How are you? You said, do you live trade every day? Every day, Monday to Friday, yeah. At 9:30. So I'm hoping that we can come down and sweep out this data low and react off of it. Like, obviously, like, in case you guys don't know what data low is, it's essentially the low left behind by like that CPI candle. You said, I feel like everyone traded CPI today. Honestly, yeah. I feel like on my TikTok live, like when I go live on TikTok at night, I feel like people keep bringing up like, oh, how do you full port CPI? Like, I know you've mentioned you full port CPI. How do you do that? And I feel like I was scrolling on social media this morning, and I was like, yo, like, every one of my feed is talking about full porting CPI right now. Like, when did full porting CPI become so mainstream? I'm hoping that we can come and take out this data low. I want to pull back a little lower. It looks like ES is coming lower right now. You said since trading became so popular, this leads to the more people just gambling. Yeah, no, honestly, I would agree with that. Because I feel like full porting CPI low-key is kind of gambling. I mean, like, I feel like it's educated gambling, but it's still like kind of gambling nonetheless. And like, I do it sometimes too, like, but you know, I made some joke in my Discord though. I was like, you know, I was like, people like full porting CPI so that they can blow a funded account instead of blowing an eval. Because I feel like I bet the majority of the people that full port CPI, like once they get the account, it's not like they know what to do with it. I feel like, or they just get in their head. But so, what's your bias for today? Honestly, so I'm bullish. I feel like, oh, I forgot to mention that. I mean, I forgot to mention the 4-hour, but on the daily, I feel like the main thing on the daily is like, especially yesterday, right? We came really far down. We reacted all the way back up. We put in an SMT with like Friday's low yesterday. And there's also this unmitigated daily fair value gap up here. And we came really close to it a bunch of times, but never actually tapped into it. So I feel like this is an area we're definitely trending toward, at least in my opinion. Oh, the thing I forgot to mention though, on the 4-hour, we actually came down and tapped into this 4-hour fair value gap right here, and we had a really nice reaction off of it. You can see, right? It's like we're respecting this 4-hour bullish, right? We're disrespecting this 4-hour bearish. I mean, I'd say I'm bullish. It looks like we're definitely getting a reaction out of this this 15-minute gap. This isn't something I would take. Wow, I can't believe you're actually getting an entry on this. I thought there was no shot there'd be any entry on this. I'm not taking this if it closes through. Because I was thinking about, like, because, the thing... Oh, it did close through. Wow. That's like a perfect close. I mean, I'm not taking this, honestly. But I feel like this is like an invert... Because this 3-minute is the highest time frame gap in this leg. And we're delivering from this 15-minute gap. I'm personally not the biggest fan of, like, data lows being below. It'll probably work out, honestly. You said, yep, most people don't actually have a strat. I mean, yeah, it's true. I feel like it's like, and like, I mean, I'm not like dissing anyone that did full port CPI, but I feel like it's like, if you're so eager to full port CPI, it's like, why? Because you can't make money trading. It's like you don't have an actual strat. And I always remind people, it's like, okay, well, if you do full port CPI, you get the funded accounts. Like, just because you have a funded account doesn't mean you magically know how to trade. Like, if you couldn't make 3K on a combine to pass, like, what makes you think when you magically get to a funded account, you're just going to start making money and things are going to change? I feel like it's situational, though. Like I full ported CPI last month, but, like, I feel like I was accepting the risk. And I had, like, a strategic plan. But I'm just going to watch how this setup would have played out. Like, I'm not taking this. I'm not in this. But I'm really curious. I mean, if I were to have taken this, I would have gone break even at this internal high up there. I just don't think it's a clean enough setup. I don't like there's data lows below. You said long? I mean, I was considering that long. I mean, I'm long bias. I personally don't like this long enough to take it, but... Said first time here. Hey, Dylan, what's up? Excited to have you here. Vizid said, what's up, Tim? What's up, Vizid? How are you, bro? You said, yeah, full porting when you have a strat is fine. It's calculated risk at that point. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I feel like I be asking people, like, sometimes in my chat, like, people on TikTok at night, I'll be like, they'll be asking me about full porting CPI. I'm like, yo, how many payouts have you gotten? And they're like, oh, 0. I'm like, why are you full porting CPI with 0 payouts? You said caught a good move on CPI. Hey, that's what's up. I feel like everyone caught CPI this morning. You said, but I didn't full port. You know, I got risk management. I mean, I guess I respect it. You said full porting is like cheating at exams. Honestly, low-key is. So if I were to have taken that long, I'd be moving stops to break even right now. Like, I mean, I didn't take this or anything, but if I were to have taken this, I'd be break even now. So what is full porting? Full porting is usually like going max contracts. Like, just doing whatever your max position size is. It stands for, like, full portfolio, I'm pretty sure. Interesting. You know, I feel like just because I passed up on this trade, I feel like it's going to play out so perfectly, I bet. Watch. I did call it. You're saying what we were all thinking. I'm not gonna lie. That was a perfect setup. I mean, the only thing is, I just didn't like the data lows below. I feel like I just like to be cautious of data lows, but I would have taken that honestly if you said low key saw. I mean, yeah, it's whatever. I mean, I can't let it like affect me, but I would have taken a long like that if we came a little lower and took out the data low. So did we take the data high? Yeah, we took the data high already. You know, I know there's no logic behind this, but I feel like small part of me just wants to see this thing come to my break even, so I would have gotten stopped at break even if I did take this. It's probably not going to, though. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm probably just going to look for a continuation long. So, like, we're probably going to open up, like, a 5-minute gap, like, right around here. If we can pull back into that 5-minute and get a clear rejection out of it, like, I'd like a long like that, to be honest. We still haven't formed. We have 2 minutes until this 5-minute gap's going to open up. You said, why are you not taking parts of TP in general? I mean, I go for such a low risk reward. I feel like it wouldn't make sense to take partials. Like, I mean, I just go for 1-to-1, and I feel like my first partial would be at 1-to-1, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna lie, my ego might be very... My ego loves that. My ego loves that. I would have gotten stopped to break even on that. So the only annoying thing is, though, we didn't open up that 5-minute gap. We're still delivering from this 15-minute gap. But honestly, like, it's kind of the same idea as before. At this point in time right now, I'd have to see either NQ or ES take out that data low. You said, yo, what's up, Tim? I went in with CPI, but got stopped. How many points away was your buy stop and sell stop? You said, damn, won a candle. Yeah, honestly. And honestly, I'm not going to lie. I'm surprised we never took out that high up there. We came really close to it, but we just never did. I want us to pull a little bit lower. Like, NQ doesn't even necessarily need to take out the data low. Like, if ES takes it out, like, as long as one of them takes out a data low, I'll be more confident in longs. Should 60 ticks. I be forgetting 60 ticks is 25 points. No, it's 15 points. Honestly, in the future, I would try 30 points. Did you get wicked out on the opposite side, or did it just like trigger you in and pull back against you, if that makes sense? You said trigger, pull back. I think my wrist settings were greedy. I was at, well, hopefully better luck next time if you do it again. So I mean, so ES took out the low inside that 15-minute gap. Oh wait, ES actually never even tapped in that 15-minute gap originally. Or did it? No, I'm bugging. Wait, there's 930 low. Yeah, there is an SMT. It's easier when you zoom in. There's an SMT at the low. Oh, you said what's your... Honestly, I'm bullish bias today. I think ES might actually take out the data low, maybe. Maybe not. Honestly, if we close through this 1 minute, I might take this. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I prefer if we pull back and take out data lows on ES. I think my face is in the way. But yeah, like I want to see ES come and take out these data lows. So what do you think new all-time high coming this month? Honestly, maybe. I could honestly see it. The thing I'm most confident in today is going to get hit is, well, I don't know if it's necessarily going to get hit today, but I feel like the main draw that I think we're moving toward is this unfilled daily fair value gap. Because, like, we came close to it so many times and never actually filled it. I feel like that makes it, like, an even stronger draw, if that makes sense. But... I'd be dropping my phone so much. You said, Tim, I'm on Alpha Futures, but see no mini NQ. What do I do for me to see it? I mean, just, well, I mean, this is... I can switch to... I mean, it's the same thing. This is Top Step. So in the top left, see it says symbol search? I think so. You want to trade... If you want to trade micro NQs, like MNQ, these are the smaller ones, and just NQ is the regular one. But I'd recommend MNQ, because you can get like a more exact position size and stuff. You said sweeping those highs on the daily is also a sweep of a previous monthly high? I mean, yeah, yes, that much time is... I forgot that much time has even passed. But yeah, you are right. I forgot about that. Yeah, honestly, I think... Like, honestly, to be honest, even if we were going to continue bullish, I feel like we might want to... I'm sorry. If we wanted to continue bearish, I can see us moving up, sweeping out that previous month high, and going down. So I feel like, regardless of if we're going up or down... I feel like that previous month's high is a strong draw, if that makes sense. I just want ES to come a little lower. A little lower. There's 2 minute. There's no 2 minute. There's no 3 minute. This is about to be annoying. So like, okay, cool. I mean, I'm thinking it might give me an entry here that like I'm unfortunately gonna have to pass up on. The main logic is I know I passed up on another trade that like flied away from me, but the main thing is it's still the same logic, where like I view data lows and data highs as a strong draw, and ES came like 3 points away from this data low and never swept it, and it's not like NQ swept it either. So like I'd be more comfortable if there was an SMT there, but you said, oh, okay, thank you. What do you trade? I mean, I trade MNQ, the micros. Honestly, on a 50K, like 1 to 2 micros, or minis, I'm sorry, is a lot. Like, if you trade the regular NQ, I feel like you can blow your account really easy. So we're pulling down. I still want a little bit more of a pullback, at least on ES. ES is like 1 tick away, I think, from hitting data lows. It's like 2 ticks, 3 ticks away. So the reason I'm low-key getting a little annoyed right now, it's because I feel like I could have gotten a good entry, but it's like, it's the same logic as before, where like I can't take a long when, dude, ES is, like, you see how close ES came to the data lows whenever swept them? And there's also equal lows at the bottom. So it's like, we put in equal lows with data lows, like, I just can't have that at my stop loss. I really hope the 10... You said, I simply cannot full port on Project X? What? Well, I mean, what's stopping you? I mean, I've done it before. You know, I love looking on social media and seeing what traders took what. And I don't know if you guys know Dodgy, but Dodgy took that 3 minute I was talking about before, but it never hit his take profit. It's just him, his face in the corner, like, like he's so astonished that didn't hit. You said, I don't know how to do like buy limits, sell limits, fill me in immediately. Oh my god, can you finally take out this data low? So close. Dude, what is this price action? You said they're not really equal? Well, I know these two over here, you see they're 7,550. So these are exactly equal. And then also, see this other low is 7,550. So there's 3 equal lows down there. Dude, what is this price action? How are we putting in triple equal lows right next to data lows? You said for CPI, I just ride the trend. Not a bad day. You said anybody full pointing tomorrow? What do you full pointing tomorrow? Just a random full. Oh, there's PPI tomorrow. I forgot about that. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of full porting PPI. I feel like it works a lot better on CPI. But, I mean, if you missed today and you really want to full port, I mean, I guess you could, but... You said, bro, you're on audio, gonna make some eggs, I'll be back in a jiffy. I got you, bro. You said, I heard blue, is that blue? How do you say it? Is it Blue Nox or Bull Nox or however you say it? I mean, yeah, pretty much, every prop firm is almost getting forced to get off Project X, because, like, Top Step, they own Project X, and, like, at first, they were pretty much, like, giving it to every prop firm, but then eventually, I don't know why, they decided, they were like, you know what, this is our platform, we're going to keep it to ourselves, and they pretty much gave each prop firm a date where it's like, by this date, it's going to be just us. You got to figure out. He said, yo, did you trade CPI? I didn't this month. I watched someone else full port it, because I wanted to feel like I was part of it. I didn't full port it myself. I didn't trade it at all either. I just waited until 9:30 to start trading. You said, so I can trade Alpha on Project X? I think you can trade Project X on Alpha for the next, like, until the end of this week, I think. But I mean, it's the same issue where it's like, where it's Top Step platform, and they're saying to, like, every single prop firm that, like, this is our platform. It's going to be just us using it. So, like, at Alpha Futures, you're going to have to use a Trade-of-8 / Ninja Trader. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but... You said, do you trade 2-step evals? Nah, not anymore. A long time ago I used to, but I only trade the 1-step, like, futures evals now. So, I mean, I'm, like, obviously, so higher time frame, I'm bullish. I'm just still waiting for this data low to get swept, and we have equal lows right next to it. So, like, even if we were to start rejecting up, I really couldn't take a long yet, even though, like, I'm bullish bias. So what does that mean? I can't trade until when? Well, I mean, you can buy accounts until, like, the end of this week. And then at February 28th, if you're still on Alpha Ticks, which is like Project X, they just move you to Trade-of-8. I mean, like I have an account with Alpha Ticks though, like Project X at Alpha. I can trade it until February 28th. You see? Got the Alpha Futures logo in the top left. Some qualified accounts. Said, do they have consistency rule? So it depends on which plan you're looking at. Like, I know the 0 plan in Alpha has no consistency rule on the eval, but there is a 40% on the funded. But I feel like most futures prop firms have some form of consistency rule. Like, I feel like it's either on the eval or the funded, but like, that's kind of how they make up for having, like, a one-phase challenge. You said, how's Top Step? Never traded with them. They're okay. I mean, I feel like they've been, like, one of the most reputable prop firms for a long time. But I feel like lately, they've gone downhill a little bit. Like, I know they've had a bunch of platform issues. They keep moving people to something called, like, a focused trader program. I just feel like they're being a little bit more annoying lately. But, I mean, overall, they'll pay you out. Like, there's definitely a lot worse options out there for prop firms. So, finally, we've taken out this data low. This is literally what I've been waiting for, what feels like all morning. It happened at 10 a.m., which is kind of nice. So we had a 10 a.m. manipulation down. So essentially, I'm waiting for some pullback coming up. I hope we can open up like a gap here. Because there's no really clear gap that stands out to me in this price leg. Yeah, there's literally no gap in this current leg. Like even on the 30-second, there's no 30-second. Well, technically there's this 30-second gap up here, but it already got inverted and failed, if that makes sense, so I can't really go off that. There's no 1 minute gap. I mean, technically there is this 1 minute gap all the way up here, but it's like, am I really going to take an inversion all the way up there? Like, no, I'm not. Yeah, there's no 3 minute, no 4 minute, 5 minute. So honestly, at this point, I'm just going to camp on the 30-second and wait for any any bearish gap to get formed. And I want to take an inverse off of that. You said I trade mostly take profit trader and now trade day. Those aren't bad, honestly. I know if you like daily payouts, I know my funded futures started offering daily payouts on what they call like a rapid account. You said, I've been using your strategy for a few days now with good success. I've been taking partials at BE. Honestly, not a bad idea. Like, I personally don't like taking partials at the BE, but I do know there are a lot of people that trade similar to me and do take partials at, like, where I go break even. Because I feel like the thing is, I feel like the break even point gets hit so frequently, unlike these inversions. But I'm happy to hear that, bro. So we're going to open up this 30-second right here. This is like the first bearish gap we've kind of opened up. Honestly, if we're able to give me a good close through this 30-second, we're just dumping. Now, we're probably going to open up 1 minute. So we took out the data low on both NQ and ES. And it looks like ES just took out Asia lows as well. Those are not Asia lows. I probably left my drawing on from yesterday. Is that? No, that I'm bugging. No, that is Asia lows. You know, I'm just bugging. Yeah, so we took out Asia lows on ES. We're probably going to open up a 1 minute gap right here. Yeah, so I'm going to wait for this 1 minute gap to open up. And you'll advise it. If you're listening, there's a 1 minute gap that's going to open up that I'm probably going to look at. We're just dumping though. So in 20 seconds, this gap's going to open up. If we can just like shoot up and invert this gap immediately, I'm probably going to take a long off this. I'm trying to think where I want to go break even. I feel like it's a little tricky on this one. Yeah, so we open up that 1 minute gap. So, I mean, so the logic behind this trade, right? So, like, we're inside of this 15-minute fair value gap. We swept out data lows. We're reacting off of data lows. We actually took out Asia lows. I want to say, yeah, there's an S&T at Asia lows as well. Honestly, this trade is looking kind of fire, honestly. So, if we can shoot up and close through this 1 minute gap, I just got to double check. There's no 2 minute, right? There's no 3 minutes. We actually might open up a 3 minute unless we get a good close. So if this candle just shoots up, I'm 110% taking this. We'd have to close through this 1 minute gap though. Yeah, we're probably not getting a close. Yeah, no close there. So In 1 minute, we are going to open up a 3-minute gap. So if we do open up that 3-minute, it will be the highest time frame. So I have to pay attention to the 3-minute instead of that 1 minute. Yeah, there's like, I like how there's not many gaps in this leg. So it really makes it like a clean setup, if that makes sense. Okay. So, okay, we're shooting up. I think we honestly in 30 seconds might get a close to this gap. If we do close through this 1 minute gap, I just want to see us fill in all this 3 minute, if that makes sense. So like if we close above both, okay, yeah, if we close all the way up here, I'm taking this. Everything set up right, 3 micros, boom, boom, boom. So in 10 seconds, if this candle closes through this gap, I'm gonna enter along. Okay, I'm in there. I'm low-key under risked, which is whatever, but I feel like it'd be kind of hard to get an exact position size. Not the initial reaction you want to see, but still got time. So I'm trying to think, for take profit. No, I shouldn't go crazy. I could sell up here. I feel like that's a good place to sell, honestly. Yeah, whatever. I'll just risk that amount. So this is slightly over a 1-to-1 risk to reward. I'm trying to think, and where do I want to go break even at? I feel like this is a tricky break even. To be honest, honestly, I know it's really far away. I feel like I want to go break even all the way up here. Or maybe up here. Yeah, honestly, I'll probably go break even up there. And I feel like, honestly, if it's going to wick down like this, I'm trying to think, should I buy one more? Yeah, honestly, because I try to risk like 400 per trade. So I can get closer to my intended risk like that. Like, if it stops me out, it's whatever. Like, honestly, I like this setup. You said, in your opinion, news normally aims for gaps, or in your opinion, news normally aims for. I feel like news just aims for whatever draw is there. I feel like news just kind of wicks one way, and I target the wick left behind. You said, what percent of your account do you risk per trade? So I'd be risking like 0.8% to like 1%. You said, do you take trades on the 1 minute time frame or 5 minute? I mean, I take trades on every time frame between the 30-second and the 5 minute. So, I mean, like, this isn't the reaction I've wanted so far, but honestly, like, even if this trade loses, like, I can still look back on this trade and say, you know what? Like, this honestly wasn't a bad trade. Like, there's no 5 minute gap in this entire leg, right? There's no 4 minute gap in this entire leg. No 3 minute here. There's no 2 minute. And we come up, we formed this 1 minute gap down here, right? We almost immediately inverted it. We put in SNT at Asia lows. We're reacting off data lows. We're holding a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Like, honestly, like, even if this loses, like, I will sleep happy at night tonight. Good morning, M. Kotu. How are you? Said first time being here. I'm well, thank you for asking. Yeah, of course, I'm happy to have you here. And if you're wondering why I'm in this trade, I mean, I can explain it real quick, but I feel like I want to watch. I feel like I'm at a very critical point where it's either going to stop me out or go my way, which might stop me out. But I mean, it's whatever. Honestly, I think overall, I like the idea behind this trade. I feel like this is like the last area I could really react off of. We're tapping into like this wick down here. And I could mark out like EQ of this wick, like equilibrium. So I feel like sometimes we react off like the 50% of this wick. So this is like the last area I could see us bounce from, honestly. So what's your preference? Options? I trade futures. I don't know, like, do you know like ICT concepts? I trade like inverse fair value gaps. I need this thing to just like magically spike up. You said, oh, cool. I haven't learned that strat yet. A little research, but not enough to chart it yet. Yeah, I mean, I know if you check out my YouTube channel, I actually did upload a video pretty recently explaining my strategy from A to Z. So if you want to know like exactly how I trade inversions, you can look at that. You said we don't see your chart? I think that might be just a you problem. I mean, here's my entry price, my stop loss. Yeah, this is my chart. I can see it on my screen. You said I see MNQ chart on your screen. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm trading right now. Yeah. Okay, so if it doesn't wick up right now, I'm cooked. Come on, Powell, save me. EQ of the wick, save me. No, you're good. I feel like I just be reading everything I see in the chat out loud, honestly. You said you always go in with 4 micros? Nah, it depends on my stop loss size. I use like a position size calculator and it tells me how many contracts to enter. Come on, Powell, save me. EQ this wick. You said bigger stop loss, less micros? Yeah, exactly. Because I try to risk, like, I always think I want my stop loss to be like in a dollar amount. So I want it to be like $400 to $500, depending on how much I want to risk. So I feel like it's very hard to risk like $400 to $500 if you're... I'm cooked, aren't I? Maybe not. I feel like it's hard to risk $400 to $500 with minis. He said, are you in a bullish play? Yeah, I'm in longs. honestly, they're not looking too good right now, but I'm in a long position, yeah. Okay, I got stopped out. So it's whatever. I mean, so I mean the general idea behind that was I mean, like on the 15-minute chart, right? We were at that point in time, we were holding this 15-minute gap. We took out data lows. So you feel like those are a strong draw. So we were reacting off data lows. We put this 1 minute inversion, right? Like we had this 1 minute fair value gap open up. We really quickly closed through it. So I feel like we were showing a reaction off of data lows. I feel like higher time frame, we're moving bullish. Like we're respecting this bullish 4-hour gap, right? So like higher time frame's bullish. I said after a loss, do you take another trade? Yeah, I'll take one more trade today, yeah. And the thing, so we had an SMT at Asia lows as well. Honestly, like I'm not going to lose any sleep at night over taking a setup like that. So I just want to see at this current price leg, there's like this 2-minute gap we opened up. Are we still holding this 15? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. We're barely holding this 15. There's no 3-minute, there's no 4-minute, there's no 5-minute. So in this current price leg, this 2-minute gap right here is honestly like, if let's say we just wick right back up, I honestly might try another long off this only if we close through this 2-minute. But you were explaining TradingView, yeah. I guess I was using TradingView to like get the words. I thought I was getting the message across. I know what you mean though. You said, Tim, I think we're aiming for the bullish 4-hour previous day candle. I mean, didn't we technically already I mean, we already tapped into that 4-hour gap. I mean, we might come and sweep out the low inside of it. But the thing is, like, we actually technically already put an SMT there, like with ES. I don't know. I mean, I guess we're going to sweep it in like 5 seconds maybe. I mean, we're just dumping. Interesting. So I feel like if I were to remain bullish, so we're aiming for the middle point of the 4-hour, except if ES, like, interesting. I could see that, honestly. But, I think I'm basically just going to keep marking out lows and just seeing if we react off any of these lows, to be honest. Like, cause we just took out these lows over here. I wonder, did we take out? No, we did not take out these lows, though. You know what would honestly, one thing that'd be cool, if we could open up a 5-minute gap, take out Asia lows, react off Asia lows, and then give me a 5-minute inversion. That might be nice. Or maybe even like, no, there's no 4-minute. You said you're looking for a bottom to go long? Yeah, I mean, essentially, I'm pretty much like, I feel like higher time frame. I'm looking for, like a continuation long. I'm just waiting for, I feel like I'm waiting for some area to get swept and have us like offer a strong reaction out of there. It makes sense to me. I'm glad. So NQ is like high-key dumping right now. I feel like the next area, like maybe if we take out Asia low and react off that, but honestly, I feel like if we take out Asia low and just keep going down, I feel like I'll be temporarily bearish for a bit. So we're going to sweep the low inside the 4-hour bullish? Yeah, we probably are. Yeah, we just took out that low. Yeah, we just took Asia low. So honestly, I feel like the most ideal long I could see is if we open up this 5-minute. If we open up this 5-minute and close through it, I would love to take a long off that, partially because I feel like the risk to reward here is absolutely insane too. And that's like saying we get an entry here, but I mean, it always could just keep dumping and not even giving an entry, but you said, did you pay TradingView or tied your? Well, I mean, you have to pay TradingView for data regardless. Like when I used to trade with NinjaTrader, I'm pretty sure I used to pay TradingView and NinjaTrader both for real-time data. Which is kind of annoying, but it's whatever. You know, it makes me feel a little better. You know that setup I just lost on? I don't know if you guys know Dodgy. Dodgy took the same setup I took on, and he's talking about how unlucky of a day it is. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, I feel like trading is a game of probabilities. I feel like the thing is, I feel like if I keep taking trades like that over a longer period of time, it'll make me money. It's just like today was one of like the, like when, for example, when I say like a trade works like 9 out of 10 times or it works like 8 out of 10 times, like this is that 2 out of 10 times it doesn't work. Or, well, I guess my win rate's not that high. It's more like, let's say, the 3 out of 10 times. So I have like a 70% win rate. I'm hoping we start reacting off Asia lows. He said, are we not in 4-hour? I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm calling them Asia lows, but Asia lows are essentially the low inside that 4-hour gap. So, like, see, this is the 4-hour gap as a whole. So, I mean, we are inside a bullish 4-hour gap. But I just want to see, like, a confirmation up. Like, I feel like right now we're just dumping. Like, just because we're in a bullish 4-hour doesn't necessarily mean that I'm bullish, too. Like, it's like, look how we're coming into this. We're just dumping. Like I feel like for me to be a lot more confident in longs, like we'd have to come all the way back up and like close through this 5 minute. You said we will hit the midpoint. Honestly, I could see that. I feel like especially with the momentum we're coming into it. It's only like 20 points down, I think. The equilibrium. You know, I'm essentially either waiting for either equilibrium of 4-hour gap was gonna get hit. Maybe we'll react off that. Because it's not looking like we're gonna react off Asia lows. I mean, so we're probably gonna open up this unfilled 5 minute gap up here. Hmm. You know, I have to wait until this 5 minute gap opens up. No, I'm not getting an entry on this. So the MACD is looking red. Yeah, honestly, I don't really look at MACD too much. You said feels like the bottom. Honestly, I feel like we dumped pretty hard. I mean, it's possible we could go like a little lower. Maybe to equilibrium that 4-hour gap, but... So we're going to open up an unfilled 5 minute gap in like 5 seconds. So I mean, we're going to open up this unfilled 5 minute gap in like 5 seconds, but we're probably also just going to tap into it immediately. Or maybe not. Honestly, I would really prefer if we can leave this unfilled 5 minute gap and go a little lower so I can get an inversion targeting the unfilled 5 minute. Maybe. I want to say ES probably hit the unfilled 5 minute. No, ES actually never made an unfilled 5 minute. You said I made a tiny amount in that bounce. Was a clean read. Good stuff. Honestly, right now, I'm either waiting for two things. I'm either, one, waiting if, let's say we push down a little further, we tap into equilibrium of the 4-hour gap. I could take a long targeting the unfilled 5 minute. But let's say we just tap into the unfilled 5 minute and don't give me a long entry. Honestly, I might consider taking an inversion through these like 5 minute gaps, honestly. I usually prefer if there's like a single 5 minute gap in the current leg. But I feel like the thing is, I feel like this is kind of like I feel like the draw to me is like a little like clear. I could use my discretion if that makes sense. Like, I feel like we're sweeping out a low inside of a 4-hour gap. I feel like we're moving in bullish daily order flow. At least we were. I mean, we're about it. Oh no, this is an EQ. Never mind. It's EQ with a 4-hour gap. Yeah. And we'll see. I'll just play it by year. So we tapped into that unfilled 5 minute gap. So I really can't take a long to that unfilled gap. The only thing I really could do is take a long if we close through both these 5 minutes. That might make my stop loss a little crazy. You said, why do you want to close through both? Because the thing is, like, so it could close through this 5 minute gap down here. And the thing is, like, let's say we close through that one. There's no saying that we're not going to hold the one above it. And, like, I mean, I always say, like, I like to take an inversion of the highest time frame gap in the current leg. So, like, the 5 minute is currently the highest time frame according to my rules. But the thing is, there are just two of them. And you, honestly, on a normal day, I usually say if there's two gaps in a leg, I just kind of don't take the trade. I feel like this one, though, if we, in this case, I might like it. Because I feel like it's not as bad in this case, but. If we don't invert the 5 minute, next 5 minute candle, it's just going to chop. Yeah, I could see that, honestly. Oh, I didn't even realize. If I were to take in, I'm actually realizing this 5-minute setup isn't as good as I thought it was. Because if I were to take an inversion through this 5-minute gap, we're just going to tap into an unfilled 15-minute gap up here. So, like, honestly, I'd want to go break even once we tap into that. So I feel like there'd be a high chance of me getting stopped at break even. Yeah, honestly, that setup's not as good as I thought it was. You said, yeah, my account's small. I've traded my limit for the day. Sucks having a tiny account. Just gotta play protection and get out fast. Can't wait to earn a real account balance. Yeah. Like you work your way up. And honestly, the thing I'm thinking about at this point, like I know I kept saying I'm bullish, but honestly, if we trade into any of these bearish 15-minute gaps and give me a clear reaction out of it, honestly, I think I'm just looking for a short. Because, like, I mean, unless we start reacting up soon, I don't know. You said now that 15-minute candle will hold up the one. I mean, yeah, for some reason I thought we were going to spike up and not open up this gap, but we might open up this gap over here. You said, do you track volume and all? No, honestly, I only look at technicals. Because I'm like, I feel like I always say, I feel like if you look at too many things, you can give yourself like what I call analysis paralysis. So like I'm just a technical analysis trader. I mean, it's looking like we're holding this 5-minute. I feel like there's no really clear inversions coming out of the 5-minute. Like, even if you were bearish and wanted a short entry, I feel like you really couldn't get a good one using inversions right now. You said even if we have it in good inversion on the 5-minute, the RR won't be good? Oh yeah, honestly, I think I've low-key given up on these 5-minute inversions I was talking about before. Especially now that we're going to open up this 15-minute gap up here, like... You said I meant the 5-minute for short? Oh, because I guess you're saying like where you targeting short wise. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, there's no good like short targets. Like where are you gonna target? You said exactly. Thanks. That's what I meant. Yeah, of course. Yeah, because honestly, I mean, like you are right though. Like even if let's say on paper, like if I zoom in, I get the most perfect short entry. It's like what am I gonna target though? Equilibrium, this gap that's like 5 points away. I can target the 930 low from yesterday, which there's no reason it should get hit. So in 3 minutes, we're going to open up this unfilled 15-minute gap. I'm just checking every time frame. Oh, there's a 1 minute. That's so annoying. So hopefully we can open up a gap on like some time frame higher than the 1 minute, and I can get an inversion targeting the unfilled 15. But ooh. I mean, I can't take this like just yet. I gotta wait. But I'm just wondering. The break-even point of this trade is so mid. So I'd have to, if I waited 2 minutes, because we're about to open up an unfilled 15-minute gap. You said it looks like a high or low there. Yeah, honestly, I could see that. Because the thing is, like, I view unfilled 5 and 15-minute gaps as strong draws and liquidity. So I feel like we're going to invert, like, if we were to invert the highest time frame gap, separating us from the unfilled 15, it'd be like a really strong draw. I could just go break even there. And probably just go for like a 1-to-1 or something. So honestly, if we close through this 1 minute, I'm honestly gonna try a long. I'll just go for a 1-to-1. I'll go break even at the that unfilled gap up there. Yeah, there's no 2-minute gap here. There's no 3 minute, there's no 4 minute, there's no 5 minute. Yeah, there's only a 1 minute gap separating us from this unfilled 15. Price actions make me yawn. So where did you learn trading? So I learned trading from a combination of places. I mean, like I learned a lot from YouTube at first, and then I also learned from personal experience. And then after that, I feel like I still wasn't like the trader I wanted to be. So from there, I actually paid to be like in a paid Discord community where I paid like $100 a month, and I could watch someone like live trade every morning. They had like premium education. Like there were just hours of videos explaining their strategy from like A to Z and stuff. I feel like I gained a lot of value from that. So I learned trading by myself. Good stuff, Vizid. Honestly, so if at any point, if we close through this 1 minute gap, I'm going to try a long, honestly. So we didn't get a close through just yet. You said, do you trade crypto? Nah, I only trade Nasdaq futures. You said, I had notes. I also have market experience for up to 1 year. I've only been trading for 5 months. Not bad, honestly. Said, still learn the basics. Yeah, I mean, it takes a while. You said 15-minute bearish opened up? I mean, yeah, it opened up a bit ago. The 15-minute bearish, that's going to be my break-even point if I take this long. This price action is so choppy, I feel like. And honestly, I would prefer if we can dump a little further down, give me an inversion coming back up from there, that would give me a better risk to reward. You said I'm so close to being profitable, it's just irritating and enraging most days. I mean, yeah, I feel like it takes a long time to get to profitability. You said there's no one day we day traders don't complain about price action. I mean, there's a couple days I say price action. Like, I feel like there hasn't been a good price action day in a while. I should stop complaining about price action though. Honestly, right now, I low-key hope that I hope we can open up this 2-minute gap right here and give me an inverse of that 2-minute. Because that, honestly, that 2-minute would be better than that 1 minute I was eyeing before. Said, why don't you go short? Because, I mean, honestly, I'm not confident in shorts. Like, I feel like higher time frame, I'm bullish. I feel like we're at the end of, like, a retracement pulling down. And I feel like at any point, we could, like, spike up. And I'm essentially waiting to play once we get a reaction up. Like, I'm not confident. I feel like we've already pulled back enough. At least in my opinion. Yeah, but let's be honest, we all complain about it. That's actually a good thing. It means we aren't desperate for a move. Yeah, I mean, that is facts. Oh, dude, what is this? What is this? No 2-minute gap for me. I feel like this just cooks like both of my setups because it's not like I'm taking this 1 minute over here. And like if I do take this 1 minute over here, it's like the risk to reward's cooked. You said, hey, checking back in. Did you get your second trade? Nah, not yet. I'm still looking for some long. I haven't been able to find anything yet. So I feel like the best action happens when I'm not looking. So I told you we will hit the midpoint. I mean, you definitely had the right idea. But I don't. Do you think we hit the midpoint? Because I thought the equilibrium in that fair value gap was a couple points lower. So I mean, I don't think I'm gonna take this. I'm just like mentally considering it, but I don't think I'm not gonna take this. It's just not clean, honestly. We are in the 11 a.m. macro, so I mean, like, I feel like if we were gonna get a good move, it would happen sometime around now. Ugh. You said, to be honest, that's been most setups for me lately. Seems like every plan gets ugly before it works exactly. Yeah, honestly, I feel like sometimes too, I feel like you'll sit here and wait for like something to happen. And it's like as soon as you give up on your like thing, it'll just happen. But you know, I really wish I could get a long entry where I could go break even at the unfilled 5-minute. Oh, that's annoying. So we hit the unfilled 15. So that would have been the area I wanted to go break even at if I got some like entry. But I mean, from here I can look to take a continuation long. I mean, so let's say this candle closes very strong, right? Let's say we open up some form of 5-minute gap around here. Let's say we pull back into the 5-minute gap right after 11, and we get a rejection out of it. That's like the main thing I'm looking for at this point. So I really want this 5-minute gap over here to open up. You said TP hit to that FVG just 1-to-1. Hey, good stuff. Dude, I was about to take that on my trading view. Was trading views bugging? Interesting. What was bugging about it? So we have like 3 minutes until this gap is going to open up. I mean, the main thing I'm looking for is I want this 5-minute gap to open up. Like zoom, I want to zoom in, lower time frame. I want to see us pull back into that, and then lower time frame, I want to see a reaction coming out of it. But I still need to wait like 3 minutes for the gap to open up. That would be nice though, because then like it'll be 11 a.m. open, so 11 a.m. open can like manipulate down into that gap, and we could potentially like go up from there. You said I took the 1 minute inverse, by the way. Hey, good stuff, Vizard. So we have like what, 1 minute and 30 seconds till this gap opens up. The TP hit. Hey, good stuff. So this 5-minute gap's gonna open up in like 15 seconds. I really want to see us pull back into this 5 minute, I'm sorry, and get a reaction out of it. He said, thanks, bro. I might take a continuation if we retrace into the 5 minute. Honestly, that's the main thing I'm looking for. You said, did have you try giveaways like decent prop firm account? Like have I done a giveaway? I mean, I haven't done a giveaway yet. I mean, I feel like I see other people doing giveaways for alpha. I don't even know how they do it, honestly. I'm sure they probably contact support or whatever. You said yet. Yeah, you got to say yet. Yeah. So I definitely want to see a pullback soon. I mean, because what? I have like only 8 minutes left in my trading session, really. Because like, I was pretty much walk away at like 11:10. He said, bro, you know what's funny? I heard a story once. Someone blew their funded account just to get an extra $20 in their payout. Oh, damn. I feel like I know it sounds funny, but I'm just thinking about how bad that guy felt. You said, brother, what's up? What's up, Aki? Or AKI? Is that how you say it, Aki? For $20, yeah. You said 11:10 rule? Yeah, I mean, I pretty much, like, I just stopped trading at 11:10 because I feel like it starts getting closer to, like, lunch hour. I feel like you could wait until 11:30. Like, there's no reason with waiting until 11:30. But I feel like I've done most of my testing on my strategy in specific between 9:30 and 11:10. So I feel like I like to stay with the, like, where I've done my testing. I really want us to pull back down into this 5-minute gap down here. You said, I feel that volume spike. There's always a volume spike then, honestly. You said, but bro, I'm down on my phase 1 trading account. My max drawdown's like 92K. What should I do? I mean, you could risk like 0.3%, but I feel like you'd also be stuck on the account for a long time if you, yeah, I'm saying. Like, I feel like sometimes, I'm not saying you should do this necessarily, but I feel like sometimes it's best just accept, like, okay, I'm so close to my drawdown. Like, I'll just risk the remaining drawdown on one trade and kind of like play it from there. But the thing is, though, like, let's say if you risk 0.3%, it's like you could build yourself a buffer, and then at some point you're either going to scale up, or it's going to take you forever to pass, risking like risking like 25% almost. Or 0.25%. And yeah, gold does move pretty fast. You said you here live. Yeah, I'm here every weekday. So Monday through Friday, I'm live at 9:30 every week. Yeah. Said, so I might just try to get her wrist. Like, I mean, yeah, you could do that. It's like a good middle ground. So I would prefer if we can pull down a little lower right now and actually tap into this 5-minute gap and give me an inversion coming out of there. Because like I low-key want to take this continuation long. Dump Nasdaq. It was so close to the unfilled 5-minute. Fuck today's price action. I'm calling it for the day. So I'm going to do a recap of everything that happened today. So coming into the session, I did say I had a bullish bias. So the thing is, so I feel like on the daily, right? So I was looking at like this previous day, like look how this previous day reacted, right? So like we pulled all the way down, we reacted all the way back up. So I feel like this is a very strong daily close, as well as on the daily, we had this unmitigated daily fair value gap. We came very close to tapping into it multiple times. We never actually tapped into it. So I feel like that's an area that we're really trending toward. Oh, actually, I'm just going to fix something. Give me like 5 seconds. Sorry about that. So I was saying the draw is going to be this unfilled daily, right? On the 4 hour, we're moving in bullish structure, right? Like we've inverted this 4 hour gap right over here. And previously at market open, we actually already had tapped into this 4 hour gap and reacted out of it. So like, I mean, I was definitely bullish. So like, so here's 9:30 market open was like somewhere around here, right? So we left behind what I call data lows, which is basically like a wick left behind by like a high impact news release, right? So this is that CPI data low down there. And neither NQ or ES had actually taken that out. So the thing was, there was this 3-minute long. There was a 2-minute long, I think. No, it was a 3-minute, my bad. So there was this 3-minute long over here. I definitely could have taken this. I would have just targeted like a 1-to-1. But the thing was, so I looked on social media like literally after I took this on stream, and I feel like I saw a bunch of people taking this setup, and I feel like in hindsight, it's honestly not as bad as I originally thought it was, if that makes sense. But the main thing I didn't like so we are delivering from this 15-minute fair value gap. So like I say, I base all my trades off of 5 and 15-minute gaps. So we're delivering from a 15-minute gap. We're currently inverting the highest time frame fair value gap in the current leg, because like there's no 4-minute gap, there's no 5-minute gap here. And the break-even point is one of the things I didn't like about this. I was like, you know what? It's probably going to like just hit this and stop me out of break-even immediately, even if I do get a good entry, right? And I also didn't like, though, this data lows below, right? So I feel like I would have been a lot more confident in this setup if either NQ or ES took out data lows. It doesn't matter which one. Like as long as one of them takes it out, I can say, okay, we're delivering from data lows, right? So then I passed up on this. It actually ran my way really quick, and then I was like, oh damn, maybe I should have taken that. But it actually would have stopped me at break even. Honestly, like not a bad trade overall. So from there, I waited for data lows to get swept, so they eventually got swept right at like 10. So on the 1-minute chart, I actually ended up taking this 1-minute long. This is the setup I actually lost on. So we closed through this 1-minute fair value gap. So we took out data lows. We're rejecting off data lows. There's like literally like almost no gaps in this leg as a whole. Like if you like there's no 5-minute gap in this leg, right? There's no 4-minute. There's no 3-minute, there's no 2-minute, and there's just this 1-minute, right? And then we came up, we inverted this 1-minute, as well as I feel like we have a little bit of like stacked highs up here. Like I feel like if you go from like this high to this high, I feel like it's a little bit like low resistance liquidity. So I was thinking, you know what, like once we start coming up here, we might just run all that, and it might be a really easy trade to take. So I mean, I actually got stopped out in this. This was a loss I took today. And then so from here, I was looking to see one more trade. So I was still bullish higher time frame, right? So someone in chat actually told me that I should start looking at equilibrium, this 4-hour fair value gap. Shout out Vised. But so he was telling me I should mark out 4-hour the equilibrium of this gap, which is actually a great idea, right? So essentially, like it's just 50% of this 4-hour gap. So we actually, I don't think we ever actually tapped into it, but we came really close to it. So we started offering a rejection out of like that area. So like there actually was, like I was looking at, we opened up this unfilled 15-minute gap right over here, right? So this is an unfilled 15-minute gap. I was looking to get a long where I could go toward the unfilled 15 and either go break even there or take profit there. But the only thing is, like there was this 1-minute fair value gap, which unfortunately I did pass up on. So the reason that I personally... He said, yo, shout out me. Yeah, Vised. But so I actually passed up on this 1 minute, which actually wasn't a bad setup, to be completely honest. Like, the reason in live time I hesitated on it was we never actually tapped EQ of that 4-hour gap. And on top of that, like, I like taking the highest time frame, like, inversion in the current leg. So, like, the only thing that threw me off was there's like this 1 minute gap right here, and there's this 1 minute gap right here. So I would have preferred if there was like he said bang, nah. I finished the day on a loss. I actually never took this trade. But so yeah, the thing that threw me off was there was 2 gaps. So I was thinking, oh well, maybe I could go break even when we tap into the other unfilled 1 minute gap, which actually would have, like, see, we would have tapped into it and then just stopped me at break even. So if I did that, so the thing is, like, I personally don't like taking an inversion where I pretty much have to hope another gap inverts. If that makes sense. Like let's say if I take an inversion on the 2 minute and there's a 1 minute, like, I'll be okay with hoping that 1 minute inverts. But if they're on the exact same time frame, like, me personally, I prefer not to do that. But the thing is though, like, I mean, in this trade's case, like, this right here is an amazing close. Like, we created that gap. We immediately close through the gap, and that candle is just so strong. So it's like, I feel like this is one of those instances where you could pretty much just hope this gap's going to fail, like this other 1 minute. Like, honestly, I wouldn't say that's a bad trade, to be honest. It's just something I wasn't too confident in. And from there, I was looking to see one more thing happen. Like, so I wanted a continuation long, because we ended up opening up this 5 minute gap right over here. So I was hoping at 11 a.m. I was hoping we could manipulate down into this 5 minute gap, and then I was hoping we could get like a lower time frame inverse coming out of there. But we never really pulled back to the 5 minute, and now it's 11:10. So I'm pretty much just gonna call it for the day. But so I'm down, was it $413 across my 5 express funded accounts. I'll just lock them out for the rest of the day. I'll go to my alpha accounts. I still haven't traded these. Lock these out. He said it, in fact, did go up. Yeah, I mean, I know, like, so I might not have finished today green, but I definitely had a lot of correct ideas today, right? So, like, honestly, like, there could be improvement. Like, there are a couple things where I think I could have handled better. Like, for example, like, when we got this 3 minute inverse, honestly, maybe I should have tried this in hindsight. Like, maybe this isn't something I made the correct decision passing up on, if that makes sense. It's honestly something I feel like I'm gonna have to review and think about later today, honestly. But the thing I feel like I'm proud of, though, like, I did pass up on that 3 minute. Like, I did mention we might need to sweep out data lows, and like, I was correct. Like, before we're gonna continue up, like, data lows did need to get swept. So at least I did have the right idea. And like, my bias wise, like, even though we pulled down and took out these lows, I still was leaning more bullish. So like, I did have the right idea with the bias. Like, I was saying, okay, we're probably gonna sweep at this low here, react off of it. So like, I had some right ideas, but just my executions weren't really right. But yeah, so I mean, I'll stay on for a couple more minutes in case you guys have any questions, but that's pretty much all I got to say for today. And also, if you guys aren't in there already, I do have my free Discord. It's like in the pinned comment. It's also linked to my profile. And also, if you guys are looking for a prop firm to trade with, my favorite prop firm is Alpha Futures. I do have my discount code, which is TimB272. It will get you 10% off all valuations, or if there's some better discount going on, it'll get you that. You said locking myself out as well. See you tomorrow, Tim. See you tomorrow, Vized. You said I'll have to watch those videos you mentioned. Yeah, it's like my most recent video about my strategy explained from A to Z. And I actually uploaded a video. Well, I did not upload it yet. It's actually going to get uploaded at noon today, which is like 1 hour of me backtesting. Honestly, I feel like I picked a bad period of time to backtest. I mean, spoiler alert, I actually finished the 1 hour backtesting session at break even. But that video is going to get uploaded at noon Eastern Standard Time. So in like, it's going to get uploaded in like 45 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I guess you guys probably don't have any questions. But I mean, if you guys think of any questions later, you can tag me in my free Discord. I won't respond in a timely fashion, but I'll do my best to respond to everyone. But I do appreciate every single one of you guys stopping by. I hope you guys all have an amazing rest of your day. And I will be live again every single day for the rest of the week at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But peace out.